Support for our communities goes back to when we were founded in 1864. And many of us know the story of Charles Q. Harris, that single bookkeeper who kept the bank open during the yellow fever epidemic. He kept it open to serve our customers and to distribute relief funds that were coming into Memphis from all around the country. And so that's the earliest story that we know of that demonstrates our company's commitment to supporting our communities. When we celebrated our 150th anniversary, we made giving back to our communities one of the pillars of that celebration with our 150 Days of Giving. And so we were very proud. We got almost 1.5 million votes, people who wanted to help us decide which 150 nonprofits would get $5,000 grants from the First Tennessee Foundation.
We work with a lot of volunteers. We had over 17,000 volunteers last year repairing homes in Central Appalachia. So they really got behind the cause and voted for us to be able to get this extra boost to keep helping families in need in Appalachia.
It was just a very unique experience for us to be able to come together and accomplish something and then celebrate that over social media.
To see an organization that's been around 150 years, a company that has been involved in its community, and then bringing in these, especially the nonprofit organizations and what they do and how hard they work.
When we heard about the 150 Days of Giving, we were just blown away. Got the community really involved, all the downtown merchants, just customers, our board, and our committees, and everybody just started voting.
The 150 Days of Giving has been extremely successful. I can't go anywhere without someone coming up to me and saying, we really appreciate First Tennessee and the First Tennessee Foundation.
The way that we found out was one person texted me and said, oh my gosh, I can't vote. Did we win? Can you believe it?
At the very beginning of every show, we would do a curtain speech welcoming the audience to come. And so before we would start the show, we would say to everybody, now, we're going to ask you to help the theater company, and we are not going to your pockets, we're going to your phones.
So we had a voting blitz, and we offered coffee and bagels to stop by our center on your way to work and vote.
And so it was a huge blessing for us to see how many people out there weren't just fans on a Facebook, but were actually wanting to be involved and help in this way.
We did everything from when I was in San Francisco, my husband went in the Apple store to buy an iPad, and I voted on every device in that Apple store that day. And then the next day I went back to the Apple store and voted on all the devices again.
$5,000 will send 20 girls to resident camp, and our resident camp program helps girls learn to explore their world, to try new things, to believe in themselves.
We have a fund called General Scholarship Fund in the foundation, and we use that fund for students who aren't otherwise eligible for a scholarship.
We're very, very fortunate to be one of the recipients, so thank you, First Tennessee, for your support and belief.
We provide food to 500 partners in 18 counties, and this is going to go a really long way to help us.
Thank you very much. We are so appreciative to First Tennessee Foundation. $5,000 can go a long way to help folks.
$5,000! We spent a lot of time thinking about how to celebrate this important milestone in the company's history. And some very creative people at our company decided that the best thing we could do would be to recognize many of the not-for-profits that make our communities so special.
We blasted out to 175,000 people about the First Tennessee 150 Days of Giving, and then we kept a constant online presence on our Facebook page, so we're really excited about it and very appreciative.
We're going to use that money to give services to people with ALS in Tennessee.
We may not think a $5,000 contribution is a lot, but to a lot of these agencies, this makes a difference. It's a huge help for them on their financial needs.
When the call came for the 150 Days of Giving, we mobilized our troops and had people click their way to this gift from you all, for which we're so appreciative.
We'll use this money to fund research to find a cure for neuroblastoma and all types of childhood cancer.
This money is going to be used as a seed account for the vision to build a brand new women's and children's hospital here in Chattanooga.
We're helping give back to those who support us so that we make a better community.
We
had a wonderful video that was so easy for people to share online, and it got so many responses and was shared so many times, and the next day was the day that we won our $5,000.
We put it out on Facebook and tweeted and got as much action going as we possibly could, so we were really excited about the results.
In an era of declining public funding, we're really needing to raise more money, and the $5,000 helps us to give a very high level of service to that most vulnerable population in our city.
We sent out an email to ask our members and our friends of the Brooks to vote for us, and we were one of the lucky recipients.
Our primary service that we use donated dollars for is called transitional living. It's kids that grow up in foster care that are ages 18 to 23. These dollars will help those young people have a successful life.
You know, we gave $5,000 away for 150 days. And in the West region, you know, where First Tennessee all started 150 years ago, I'm very proud to say that we gave $5,000 to 84 nonprofits. That's $420,000. You know, this is a wow moment. It's totally amazing.